Hello everybody, hope you can see me. Um, so I brought me a new batch of crystals from National Geographic. It is also from Dancing Bear and it comes with different fossils and not just shark teeth. So I'm gonna actually go ahead and open them up and then I am going to start cleaning them because I do have my bowl here. Oh, goodness, they really pack these things. That's really cool. Ooh, we got 3 geodes with this one. Nice. Oh, and a little bag. That's cool. We don't really need that. Alright. So we got a little bag to put the stones in, which I will be using later. And then we have a Rock and Minerals Fossil Learning Kit. So we'll get into that in a little bit. And then we have another Rock and Mineral Fossil Identification Sheet that comes with this. And then we got our bag of 3 geodes, stones, and more gemstones, and crystals and gemstones. And then I believe in here is a fossil. Not sure how to. Oh wait, getting this. Ugh. How do you open this thing? Ugh. Can't get it to wiggle loose. Wait, is there tape on it? Obviously there's tape. Geez, I still can't open it. Oh, there we go. Ah! Okay. Alrighty. Now that's neat. So we got a few different shark teeth here. This one, this one, this one, and then we have a snail fossil. Well, that's cool. Oh, and we also have this, which I have no idea what that is, but we're going to keep that in there. Then we're going to put this back in for safety. Okay. Wow, look at that. These are pretty. I don't even think I have to clean these. Oh, so we have snow obsidian. This is snowflake obsidian. This stone here. Wow, these are beautiful. Absolutely stunning. Very shiny indeed. So this is tiger's eye, actually. I know that one very well. Alright, so we do have more. So I don't think I have to actually clean clean those. I'm going to put these stones in this bag. Ooh, we got a crystal, a little white quartz crystal there. So that doesn't need to be cleaned, so we'll put that to the side. I'm going to spread these out as best as I can without making them fall. I've never seen a purple one before. I think this is amethyst. Okay. So these don't need to be cleaned either, obviously. So, oh, there was one right there. The thing with these is that they're so tiny that you'll want to be careful when you put them in, because you don't want to drop them on the floor and then lose them, because they're so small. And these are called minerals because they're very tiny stones. They feel so good to touch, like they really do. So satisfying. That's why I have the napkin here. Come on, get in the bag. Okay. All right. Now these are the ones I'm going to have to clean. Wow! I never seen a crystal like this before. I don't know what kind of... why is that switched? I never seen a crystal like this before. That's really impressive. So I'm going to put that in here and just clean it up a bit. And then put that here. This one's a rose quartz. My friend actually knows a lot about this one. This one represents compassion, love, and beauty. So usually I clean these because they are very powdery. That's the best way I can describe it. Oh, I know what this one is. This one's actually called the world's lightest rock. And I'm going to show you why. So this is called the world's lightest rock because it can actually float in water. And it's very hollow and extremely light. See? That's why it's called the world's lightest rock, because it doesn't sink. It's very light. So I'm just putting all of the ones that I'm cleaning in this bowl, and then the ones that are drying off, I'm going to put them right here. I don't know why these get very powdery when you get them. Now, honestly, like, I don't really know how to polish them, so my way of polishing is just by just cleaning it with soap and water to make them stand out more. I like the way this one feels. It's very smooth on top. I love this blue one. This blue one's really pretty. Now, everybody knows this one. This is actually called Fool's Gold because it looks like gold, but it's not actually gold. So it came with about 3 pieces of Fool's Gold. Now, this one looks very interesting. I'm not sure. These ones I've never really seen before, but this is really nice. I think these might be fossils. Yep, these are definitely fossils. Some of them, anyway. Now, the important thing about crystals is you want to keep them out of sunlight as best as possible because when you have them in sunlight, if there's too much sunlight, it's not good for crystals because it'll absorb its color, and you don't want to do that to something really beautiful. So right now, it's not as sunny out right now because it was a cloudy day. And it was perfect because I can actually go outside and clean the crystals without worrying about the sun affecting its colors. So that's the one thing you need to be careful when you're taking care of crystals. Make sure that you clean them, you polish them, and keep them out of the sun. It's safe to keep them under a light bulb if you want to see them shine, but don't keep them in the sun because that will actually damage the crystals, and you don't really want to risk that. So now we have some geodes, but unfortunately I don't have a hammer. So I'm just gonna, ooh, who joined? Oh, okay. So what I'm gonna do for you guys is I'm gonna read to you this little Ultimate Rock and Mineral Fossil Learning Guide. And the words are big, so it's easy for me to read. The first one says geodes. Perhaps the most fascinating of all rock formations, geodes are hollow rocks in which beautiful crystals have formed. These round rocks get their name from the Greek word for shape of the earth. They may look plain on the outside, but you can never know what glorious beauty waits within a geode until you crack it open. So, right here, this is a geode. And then this one is called pyrite. Now, pyrite is one of my absolute favorites. Pyrite. The shiny yellow gold color of pyrite crystals often led people to believe that they had found gold, and so it was nicknamed Fool's Gold. Its name comes from the Greek word for fire because it could create sparks when struck against steel. Wow, I never knew that. So this is pyrite, also known as Fool's Gold. I don't think this is steel, but yeah, I don't see any sparks, but I'll have to try that with one of my blades. Tiger's Eye. Tiger's Eye is a lustrous gemstone that occurs mainly in South Africa and East Asia. When polished, tiger's eye displays distinctive bands of color that give the effect of moving waves of brown, yellow, and gold as the light catches different parts of the stone. It is a member of the quartz family and has a hardness of 7.0 on the Mohs scale, about the same as hardened steel. So, tiger's eye is... oh, shoot. So this is what tiger's eye looks like. Quartz crystal. Quartz is the second most abundant mineral in the Earth's continuing crust, and it is found in many varieties and colors. Amethyst, tiger's eye, and citrine are all types of quartz. No matter how disorientated a quartz crystal may be, The long prism faces always makes a perfect 60-degree angle. 17th century studies of quartz laid the groundwork for modern crystallography. So, I'm sure you guys already know, but that's a white quartz crystal. Rose quartz. Unlike most varieties of quartz, this unusual pink stone only rarely displays well-formed crystals. Mineralogists do not completely understand the source of rose quartz highly priced pink color, but many believe that it comes from iron, titanium, and manganese impurities within the stone. So that's rose quartz. That's actually one of my friend's favorites. Aragonite. Aragonite forms naturally in the shells of mollusks and in the exoskeletons of corals. The aragonite layer inside seashells like abalone is made of thin deposits of aragonite, and pearls are composed mainly of this mineral. It is also found in caves as stalactites and in deposits of hot springs. People use aragonite in saltwater aquariums, and not because it keeps the pH of the water close to the levels found in nature. So that's this one. And it shows it right there. Avertrine. Avertrine is one of the many varieties of quartz. Usually occurs as a green stone. Though some blue, gray, orange, or brown specimens can be found, small flakes of mica or hematite can make avertrine sparkle and glisten, an effect called averocene. So that's that one. Calcite. Calcite is a common constituent of limestone and is one of the main minerals found in the shells of marine organisms like oysters. Single calcite crystals have a unique optical property called double refraction. Images seen through the clear crystal appear doubled. Ancient tribites and use calcite crystals in the lenses of their compound eyes. Calcite dissolves in most acids and will even dissolve in water, but unlike most soluble minerals, calcite becomes less soluble as the water temperature increases. So that's this one. Hematite. Hematite is a mineral form of iron oxide that is typically steel gray in appearance. Before it is polished, it will often create a rust red streak when rubbed on another surface. Its name comes from the Greek word for blood, for its blood red color streak. Using an infrared spectrometer, NASA's Mars Global Surveyor located 2 deposits of the hematite on the red planet. Rub on another surface. So that's this one. Meteorites. There are 3 types of meteorites: stony iron and story iron meteorites. Most of the meteorites you see in the sky are stony meteorites. Many contain bits of dust and rock from when the planets of our solar system were formed. 4.6 billion years ago, others contain more recent rocks that formed when other rocks melted and then hardened up again. These are mostly fragments of asteroids, but a few come from the moon or Mars. The most commonly found meteorites are the iron meteorites. That's because the metal makes them shiny and easy to spot amid other rocks. They are actually composed of iron mixed with a small amount of nickel. Their flight through the atmosphere often leaves them with a crust of iron oxide, rust that weathers away over time. To me, it looks like poop, to be honest. Snowflake obsidian. The regular type of obsidian is a volcanic glass formed when certain types of lava cool so rapidly that crystals cannot form. When the lava cools more slowly, crystals can form and give the rock a textured appearance. The crystals that speckle the surface of snowflake obsidian are called spherulites, and they are formed from the mineral crustabolite, a type of quartz. Desert rose. When we hear the word crystal, most of us think of a mineral form with angular sides and sharp points. But sometimes crystals form in flat plates that stack on top of each other, making them appear flaky. Some minerals form lens-shaped crystal plates that stack in whorls, making them like rose petals. Under very dry conditions, the mineral gemstone will form rhyolite and will barate celestine and few others. Often the crystals include small particles of desert sand, giving them a grainy texture. So that's that one. Red jasper. Jasper is a hard opwood gemstone with very special characteristics. A variety of chalcedony, a type of quartz made up of microcrystals. Jasper is very smooth and does not flake when cut, and it can be polished to a high luster. It is ideal for making into jewelry, goblets, or other decorative objects, which made it a favorite gemstone in ancient times. What makes jasper even more appealing, however, is the fact that other minerals and even organic material can make up as much as 20% of a piece of jasper. Oh, just it. There's a freaking bee. And I'm in the middle of doing a video. No, no. Get away from me. Oh, I hate bees. I'm sorry, guys. I just don't like bees. I got stung 5 times as a child by a bee. Alright, so red jasper is this one. Pumice. Pumice is a very unusual igneous rock that is typically light-colored because it contains a high percentage of silica. It is formed when superheated lava cools very rapidly and the gases inside cannot easily escape the lava. This process traps bubbles of carbon dioxide inside the pumice, making it one of the lightest rocks on the planet. So that's the one that I actually showed you guys. So it says, cool science fact. Pumice is so light that it floats on water. Try it with the pumice in this kit, which we did. Ammonite. Ammonites are sea animals that first appeared in the fossil record around 400 million years ago and became extinct at the same time as the dinosaurs. They had soft bodies and used their spiral-shaped shells for protection. Scientists believe that they may have avoided predators by squirting ink. Ammonites belong to the group of sea animals called cephalopods, which includes the modern octopus and squid. They had eyes and tentacles and used jet propulsion to push themselves through the water. Coprolite. Trace fossils are one of the things that gives paleontologists clues about dinosaurs that can't be revealed by bones alone. They're not actually parts of a fossilized animal themselves, but they give us hints about extinct animals' behave. Perhaps the most important of these is the fossilized animal poop, known as a coprolite, from the Greek words for dung and stone. Not only can a coprolite tell us what an animal ate for breakfast, they might even tell us what animals and plants shared the environment at a particular time. So that's what that was. That was poop. Oh, God. I'm guessing that's this. I'm getting really sick of this bee bothering me. Oh, just go. Get out of here. Shoo. This is why I don't like summer. Not just because it's hot. Because I freaking hate bees with a passion. Make sure it's not on the chair anymore. Alright. Gastropods. Because these relatives of the modern snail crawl around on their bellies using... Oh, get out of here! Damn. Every time when I'm reading this thing has to come and bother me. Where were we? Because these relatives of the modern snail crawl around on their bellies using their muscular foot, the ancient Greeks named them gastropods, which literally means stomach foot. These mollusks are usually enclosed in a single spiral shell that protects the foot and the rest of the animal. There are over 35,000 living species and 15,000 species found in the fossil record. While modern gastropods can be identified by their soft body parts, ancient ones are known only from their fossilized shells. Gastropods first appeared in about 550 million years ago, and they are the most successful of all the mollusks groups. Clams. Clam fossils are easily recognized because they look almost exactly like present-day clams. They are bivalves, meaning that they have an upper and lower shell, and the two shells are hinged together so the animal can open them to feed and close them for protection. In clams, the two shells are symmetrical and they mirror one another, while in brachiopod, the upper and lower shells are different. Sand tiger shark. The sand tiger shark got its name because it lives in the sandy, shallow waters close to shore. This slow-moving predator is found in the temperate and tropical oceans and generally hunts at night just above the ocean floor. They can live up to 17 years and are the most common shark found in public aquariums because they adapt better to captivity than other large sharks. Otodus obliquus extinct. Otodus obliquus was a prehistoric shark that lived approximately 45 to 60 million years ago. The name Otodus obliquus comes from the Greek word for inclined teeth. The teeth of this shark are large with a triangular crown and a smooth cutting edge. Fossils of Otodus teeth suggested that it was a very large predatory shark that scientists believe grew 30 to 40 feet in length. Oh, forgot to show. So, that's prehistoric fossil. The brachiopods. Brachiopods are animals that live on the bottom of the ocean, and they were one of the most plentiful types of shellfish in the ancient seas. Though they look like clams or oysters, they are not related to those animals. Like other bivalves, they have two shells that are joined with a muscular hinge. They attach themselves to the ocean floor with a long stalk and gather microscopic organisms to eat by filtering seawater through arm-like tentacles. Their name comes from the Greek words brachio, meaning arm, and pod, meaning foot. Over 12,000 species of brachiopods have been found, and some of the fossils date back to 570 million years ago. Modern brachiopods typically get no bigger than 4 inches across, but their ancient ancestors often grew to twice that size. Most species became extinct about 250 million years ago, and today there are only about 330 species remaining because the present-day species so closely resemble their prehistoric relatives. They are considered living fossils. Cool science fact. Brachiopods fossils are useful indicators of climate changes in ancient times. When global temperatures were low, some brachiopods collected near the equator, while others stayed in the colder water of the polar regions. When the climate warmed up, the same species of brachiopods gathered in all areas of the globe. Grove shark extinct. Sphaerococcus pristonus. The crow shark was a formidable shark that lived throughout the entire Cretaceous period, but then became extinct. They are primarily known from a few fossilized vertebrae and from their teeth, which have been found in Europe, North Africa, and North America. A 6-foot-long fossil skeleton of Squalocorex was found in Kansas, but judging from the size of the largest known teeth, scientists estimate that the species grew to be 10 to 15 feet long. Okay. So, that's pretty much all of them. Everything else is in a different language. Alright, so let's put these back in. I guess that bee finally left me alone. So, now these are the minerals. These are crystal minerals. These are the gemstones. I mean, not gemstones, I'm sorry. These are, well, they are stones, but these are stones. And these are... one of them's already open. How interesting. And then in here, these are just the stones that I already showed you guys. You can't really see it in there, but whatever. So on this chart, we have ammonite, aragonite, avertrine, blue calcite, retropod, clam, coprolite, desert rose, blue quartz, geode, pink gastropod, Sahara gastropod, hematite, tiger's eye, meteorite, pumice, polished stones, pyrite, quartz point, red jasper, rose quartz, snowflake obsidian, aureus shark tooth, and sand tiger shark tooth. Your fossils, rocks, and minerals will be of different size, shapes, and colors and shown in the photographs. The photographs are also not to scale. Alright, well, that's about it. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna start packing this stuff up. Except for the geodes, because I need to break those. But anyways, you guys already know what the geodes look like, so bye-bye.